Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today's message will be entitled, okay, while the men are in captivity, the women are to lead, okay? This message is inspired because obviously a lot of our men have been swept away, okay? Whether falsely accused and placed in prison or rightfully accused and placed in prison, they are gone, okay? As well as one of the great voices of the past couple of years, we've seen him lose his mind, okay? So, you know, our men are gone for now, and I greatly miss their presence. Okay, feeling very lost without them. It's one thing for us to carry on as women, but it's nothing like having that male leadership and that sun essence, the essence of the sun, doing what it does. But unfortunately, this is where we're at right now. So Spirit has been, putting in my ear that it is time in the era of the women king. Okay? No coincidence that we had that movie released, I believe, a couple years ago. On top of, I just came across not an article, but a video on YouTube about the first Black woman who was, I believe, commander-in-chief of the Navy. Okay, she has risen to that ranks and she will be leading the Navy. Okay, so this message is right on time. Okay, I have telepathically been in contact with the energy of Deborah. Deborah is a woman who was a prophetess, a military leader, and a judge in the Bible. Okay, she has been coming through very, very heavily, and she is impressing upon me that it is time for women to step into this role. Okay, we must continue to wage war. Okay, the war must continue on. The flame must continue to be lit, and we must not let the flame go down because our men are down. Our men have given us so much and filled us with so much that we have the ability to lead until their return. Okay, so to all women who have been called to leadership roles, okay, it's time for you to step into that position with confidence. Okay, you were born for this, so show up and show out. Okay. Also, while we'll be taking these forefront positions, we still very much, need our men. Okay. This leadership role that we'll be taking on is not a reason for our men to begin to be jealous of us or to feel less than because of the shoes that we will be filling. But it's just a call for you to step into your power because we rather be doing something else. But because the men have been swept up and there is no current replacements, we got to do what we got to do. Okay? So if there's any man that sees us out here and wants to alleviate us of our duties on the battlefield, we would greatly appreciate that. We'd rather be doing, feminine things. Okay? So this is a call also, not just for the women, but for those herus. You may be in training right now, and it may not yet be your time to step forward. Or maybe there are some who are done or just about done with training. And we just encourage you to do what you do. Come on and lead. We need you. In no way, shape, or form is this us saying that we got this and we don't need you. Because we rather you, again, be in this position rather than ourselves. Okay? I want to ask that everyone who comes across this message, that we pray for our men. Okay? Our men have not been victorious in this war. They have failed greatly. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. It has to be said in order for things to change and for us to get better in warfare. Okay? Our men have succumbed to drugs, women, and money. Okay? They have been succumbed time and time again. Okay? It is time for that to change. It is time for our men to become more disciplined. You got to be disciplined. Okay? Taking these leadership roles. You have to know what your vices are and what the enemy will come at you with and use to destroy you. You must know these things. Okay? As much as I love the guys who just got swept up, and got hit with those arrows that the opposition sent, okay, I must say that this comes also because where is their leadership? Where are our elder men who are in the forefront guiding these young leaders? Okay? The other day, I was doing wanting to do a veneration list of our ancestors who have been in this struggle and this war with us. And I was going over some names of the members of the Black Panther Party. And I come across one member that I believe it was Bobby Seale. I was getting ready to write his name down on the list, but then I realized he's still alive. Where are you, Bobby Seale? If you are still alive, why are you not speaking? Why do we not see you? What is happening? We need to know whether this is a war worth fighting. What did you come across that sat you down and made you give up? We need this wisdom because we are fighting a blind war. Okay, essentially. It's a war that has been given to us, but we are fighting it blindly because there's no elders, no living elders that are guiding the young men who are on fire. Okay? So that is a huge problem. Okay? And that has to be fixed. So Bobby Seale, if you ever come across this video or anybody else that I may not be mentioning, but you are an elder and you was in these movements, you know what I mean? In the Black Power struggle, then you need to come forth. We need your wisdom and we need your guidance. We need to know the pitfalls. Where did you go wrong? What killed the movement? Why are you quiet now? We need these answers. I believe that this is this is vital. That this might be the single most vital aspect of the war. Okay, is the participation of the elders, from the women and the men. We need to hear your stories. Okay, you might think that the story is already out there and that people know. No, we don't know. We don't know. It took until I got in my 20s to get to know about a lot of things. And on top of that, I've only scratched the surface. I realized that I got even more work to do because I've never read any of your literature that you put out. That would give me a greater understanding of who and what you were and what you faced and what were the obstacles. If I was able to read that literature. Now the literature is out there, awesome. We have to go seeking and searching for it. But you know that this world, this matrix keep us busy. You know what I mean? So I'm calling for all the elders. We need your visibility. We need your stories. We need you present in this social media age. We need your stories and we need your presence. Much, much needed. Okay, I think that's the single-handed thing that's going to turn the tide in this war. Okay, is your participation and your wisdom and your knowledge. Okay, So yes, let me see. I was saying something before then. Okay, so I was saying that our young men just got swept up. Okay, and they were trying, okay? They were trying to do their best. They were filling shoes maybe that were too big for them, okay? Or maybe shoes that were just right for them, but they needed to be guided. They were out here on their own trying to do this thing, you know? And they failed. So I want us, I know a lot of people may come in this comment section and say, I'm not praying for them and they were awful people. No, these brothers started off very good with very good intentions. You underestimate the power of the enemy when you just count our brothers out and just discard them because of some, the bad actions that they took while in this position. Okay? Um, the enemy knows their weakness. The enemy works behind the scenes. So you don't know what this enemy will do. But I know, okay, what he will send to our men. Okay? The invisible things that he will send. Mental illness, sickness, something to attack your mind to where our leaders just deteriorate and lose their mind and then start acting crazy. And now you start judging them based off of the way they're acting out. But something was sent to them to cause that to cause them to become that way. Okay? You got to know that too. Now, they were not perfect, but they were, what's the song? They were worth it. They were not perfect, but they were worth it. And like I said, they would have not succumbed to the things that they succumbed to and made such bad decisions had they had elder counsel. Okay? So, we need our men. I don't care if y'all F up. Okay? At least you trying. The power of the sun, you are the SON and the SUN. We need you. We cannot underestimate your presence at all. I know I will never do that. I know the importance of your role. And those who have been called and you feel like you're not ready, okay? Ain't no better time. You just gotta jump in there and get on the job training because we cannot allow for this fire to go down. We can't afford it. We are so close to victory, so close to liberation, self-realization, that you just gonna have to get in that position and get on the job training. So I'm calling all the Herus today. Come forward. Come out of hiding. Come forth. Okay? You will have the backing of the ancestral forces as well as the covering of the women in this movement. We will pray for you. We will love on you and we will shield you. Best believe that. Okay? To all the women out here who are in the movement, that is your job. To shield and protect. Okay? To give insights. When we see something not right, not to sit back and judge these young leaders, but to say, hey, young fella, blah, 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 blah. If you see trouble coming their way, to give them that heads up, okay? We have to be in this collectively, just like the United States government is set up. We have the president and then you have the government and stuff, but they all work together. There's a head, but there really isn't a head. It all works together. You know what I mean? So everybody got to be playing their roles. So we can't blame and point our finger at the men who just got swept up and who was trying, because we the reason for their failure then. If they didn't succeed, then there's something that we wasn't doing right as well. So we have to point the fingers not only at them, but at ourselves. Where can we be better in our role? We are not just consumers of the information that they are given. We are just not their followers, okay? We have roles as, their shielders, their guides, their comforters. We have roles and we need to step into those roles in this movement. Okay? So come forth, Heru, but also come forth, Deborah. Okay? To all the Deborahs, all the women kings, come forth. We need you now. Our men are in captivity. The flame, the torch, must remain lit. Okay? Those altars must remain lit. To those of you who deal with the ancestral altars, may the fire and the offerings never run dry. Keep those altars lit for us. Those ancestral altars, keep them lit. Keep the gods fed and happy, because this is where the might and the virility and the fervor, comes in, and keeps us alive and keep our fire going, when they're fired up, we're fired up, and vice versa. So keep those altars lit and keep those offerings coming. Okay? To the prayer warriors, okay? May you pray without ceasing. Okay? Pray without ceasing for our victory and for all the things that we desire to be our outcome. What are we desiring? We're desiring to feel at home in our own home, desiring to feel at home in our own land, okay? Desiring for our respect, desiring for peace, for reparations, for acknowledgement, all of those things. We are desiring for the veil to be lifted over the true evils of what has taken place here in this land against our people. Okay? And we want this enemy to be revealed, unveiled. Okay? We don't want other groups in this nation to be confused anymore about why we are non-compliant, or why are we the way we are. May they know. May their eyes be open, so that we may feel at home in our own land and feel at peace amongst the other groups that live amongst us. May we all live in harmony, since we all have to share this land. We all have to commune with one another. May there be peace amongst the races, because the truth has been told. Okay? To all the truth tellers, okay? The communicators, the educators, may your fire never die. May your health remain strong, okay? That you can always get online, write your books, and educate, okay? These are the things that we are praying for. These are the things that will edify and bring liberation to our struggle and to our movement, okay? So, with that being said, lead, do the work. Keep your foot on the gas, okay? We must never let up. We are very close to victory, okay? Very close. They have taken out our heads, but this time the body shall not fall, because it is time, I'm calling you again, to replace those heads immediately. It's been 2 years, and I see a couple people out there doing things, but it ain't enough fire. It just ain't enough fire, okay? But, however, if everybody steps into these roles and contributes, there will be enough fire. Our flame will not go down. The spray that they have sprayed on us, that roach spray they done sprayed on us, that done crippled us and slowed us down, shall be rendered ineffective, okay? We shall rise again and go to higher heights and accomplish what it is that we set forth to accomplish with this movement. Okay? I hope that was clear. Hope it was clear. It's just a call to leadership. A call to leadership. Okay? There is something else that I want to talk about. I want to talk about also the importance of fasting. Okay. Um, Fasting is going to be very, very, very vital. Okay. In this war, because there's just so much stuff out here to slow us down, so much things to slow us down, weaken us, and weaken our aura. And just the attacks are just, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't slept in about 2-3 years now. They ain't let up on me. These attacks have been an onslaught, and I got to keep up. We got to keep up. I know the Bible got a verse about, I think it's keeping up with the horses, in the end times. You got to have that kind of ferocity. You got to be able to stay in the game with all of these attacks, all of this spray, all of this chemtrails, all the poisons. We got to stay strong. So fasting will do it. 3-day fast. That's what I'm suggesting. Always. Every month, 3-day fast. You know, three is a very, very magical number when it comes to resurrection. That three definitely is connected to resurrection. 3-day fast, this body is brand new again. Okay? We are the immortals, the unbreakables. Okay? But there's certain practices that we have to indulge in, and fasting being very much suffice. In helping us, keep our health and keeping up the speed, in this war. Okay, keeping our health intact. So fasting not only from food, sustaining from these drugs. I come across a lot of people who are spiritually inclined or who is a part of this movement, but a lot of people do drugs. You know, I noticed that a lot of our leaders were tapping back into those drugs. Before we seen Nature Boy go down, he started to drink and smoke again and eat that food again. Okay, young Pharaoh, I believe he was doing some mushrooms and probably some other stuff. Who else? Brother Polite, seen him out there. He was on a party scene heavy. Not sure if he was drinking and doing something, but I know because I didn't really follow him too much, but I knew of him. Know he was on that club scene, so he probably did drink and do some stuff. Who else is there? Rashad Jamal stayed with his marijuana on live. So as you can see, guys, drugs are not your friends. Okay? If you really gonna be about this life and about this struggle, and we really want to go to the next level, you got to put that stuff down. You got to say goodbye to it. Night night. Okay? It's time to let it go cold turkey. Goodbye. Okay? It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. And for whatever other things men that men and women got going on, whether you have sexual addiction, I hear that's a big thing going on in the community. People are really addicted to porn and stuff like that. That's like a big thing. And just addicted to lust and addicted to the opposite sex. Being very lustful. And when you come into these leadership positions, you're gonna have to tame your lower nature. You're gonna have to tame your genitals for the women and the men, especially our men. You got to tame it. Not saying that you are not to, be a man, of course, be a man. But you got to know that women and sex is going to be a tool used against you. So you're going to need discernment. Okay? And abstain from interacting with everything that comes your way. Okay? That goes for men and women. Let's see. Talk about this money again, this money being deceitful. Okay? As you begin to grow as a leader, become popular as a leader, do your engagements, make money, you have to be very mindful of that money. Do not let the money kill your fire, because it is a fire killer when you don't have an appropriate relationship with it. The money that you earn is for your living, and for us to sponsor this war. Okay? You have to keep that mindset. Got to. Okay? It's for your enjoyment. Of course, enjoy it, but don't get high. Don't get high off the money. Don't let it use you. You use it knowing that that is a weapon of the opposition to get you fat. Enjoying life too much. Getting a little too comfortable. Okay? Ain't no comfort for us until all of us have reached our goals in this war. And liberation and peace and feeling at home in our own land, and the truth being told about who we are and what we are, until all those things manifest, ain't no chilling. Because that ain't what this war is about. Ain't no chill time in war. Okay? So be mindful of the vices to both men and women who decide to step into this role. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing all the new faces online, all the new young people with all their fire. I look forward to seeing you. Okay? You are important. You need to be heard. Okay? So yeah, I look forward to seeing you and hearing from you guys. Peace.